grew up in Berlin. My mother grew up in New York. Both my parents met in South Europe. I consider myself to belong in many places. Germany, India, and now the United States. The green card brought me here and I speak Mandarin Chinese. To put it simply, I'm mixed. And I am an immigrant. As are lots of Americans, and when people ask me if I thought living here, I always say I do. I do because America is one of the most diverse places on earth, and I find that comforting. Of course, diversity comes with consequences. Racism, violence, stereotypes, middle school students calling me a Nazi. But at its core lies culture, contribution, and community. And because I believe I've had good opportunities in my life, which I am very grateful for, my experience has been good. But I would still like to talk about the invisible barriers between us. Now, I am a high school student, and I don't have any real authority over this topic, except for my own willpower. And you, no matter where you live, have that same willpower. Change begins in the grassroots, you and me. Also background with two of my good friends, one Mexican, that African American. I founded a writing club at my school, and what we have in common has absolutely nothing to do with where we're from. It is simply storytelling. And believe it or not, it is possible for a group of unfamiliar teenagers of all backgrounds and all ages to come together in a classroom after school and be bored. For instance, during one of our meetings, our task was to write about our fears. Just raw fears about life. And we had people talk about panic attacks, depression, sexual assault, fitting in, just things I personally was not expecting them or me to feel comfortable sharing. This experience led me to one thing. People want their culture acknowledged, but their ability to guide their own path. So get to know people. Ask about their joys, their experiences, their passions, all the things that allow you to learn about a different place, and all the things that have absolutely nothing to do with where you're from. Ask about their fears and you might discover that you're afraid of the same things. And if you are an immigrant, share your story. If nobody listens, share it anyways because somebody needs it. On that note, I would like to share a slam poem that I wrote, inspired by Mexican immigrant whom I interviewed about the American dream. Because you see, I am more than my identity to you. For instance, my dream is to write. I am not American. I am also hardworking, curious, and kind, and I know that I am hardworking, curious, and kind. But I am not American. Then the dreamers, they come from the distant lands under the same sky. They too are hardworking, curious, and kind. And they wonder, if only I could be American. Because America's big houses and cola, yes, I call it cola, and voting badges the place better than the place from which they arrive, but even the sun can shine too bright and too long, and then the land is dry. And if the sun was the immigrants, the privileged immigrants who said, give me liberty or give me death, then the land was the land where the black man stood and chained and silenced at the exact same time. If this is the land where the black man must cry, what to the slave is the 4th of July? And then he dies with a knee to his neck. Literally. Why would you ever want to be American? And I warn the immigrants, they will hear your accent, not your words. They will speak to you in high school Spanish when you speak English just fine, and when you admire that in the English language there's only one word. You. And this you means everyone. Here, a pale man must say, I don't even speak Mandarin, just to feel American. And if a brown man comes with a number plastered on his forehead, and a woman is shamed for working and becoming a mother, then I am not American. My mother, Indian and bright, she married a German, and she told me always say German because Germans have it good, but I refuse to deny who I am and the beauty of my tongue because I know I have great friends who embrace the places from which I come. Not everyone has great friends. I grew up protected, I know I did, because I can never understand the people who like to fight when I don't realize that they don't have a choice the same way that whites say that racism is no longer alive. In America, democracy is a joke. But at least in America, democracy is a word. But at least in America, the immigrant can say, I got lucky, my green card was processed when immigration wasn't a bad word. But at least in America, they can live as illegals. But at least in America, we can practice our faith. But at least in America, we don't settle for less. Because we do not give up when their dealers mortgage. We still smile at our neighbors, and we still smile without money in our banks. And we still smile when they don't call us American, because the American dream comes from within ourselves. And if we can smile at a Mexican woman, raised in a poor village, highly educated, and if we can smile when she smiles as a cleaner in the USA, and if we can smile when she marries a Muslim man, and if we can smile when she has children, 2 seats in a room are not a burden to her life, because at 58, she can return to college and get a degree just fine. If this woman can tell her younger self, well done, then maybe I am American. Thank you.